You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
Oh, more now. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Now, I know there was bad weather across the nation, so it's been a lot going on. I actually was in Chicago. I know who you're thinking, who would go to Chicago when it's already cold here, but it was like negative 11 degrees while I was out there, but they retired Derrick Rose's jersey. Now, full transparency, I ended up leaving early because my flight got canceled and I had to make sure I make it to work because I don't have a co-host or nothing, so it's just me. So couldn't have nobody on the air at work today, so I ended up missing the ceremony so that I could make it back to be able to be here at work. But anyway, we got a great show for you guys today. Of course, and about last night, I'm going to talk about all of the pre-activities before his jersey got retired. We did make it into work today. I did take the train this morning because it felt like that was the only way it was going to happen. About 12 inches of snow. Navy, who's normally running the boards, now we have Art running the boards today. So there's been some shifting because our producer Dan is stuck in, well, he's in London for his birthday. How you feeling, Navy? Did you shovel snow?
Not yet. I look forward to it.
What?
I was on the way here. We had to do a hotel last night to be here today.
So nobody shoveled the snow for you?
No.
So you one of those?
No, I got work to do when I go home.
You needed to call TaskRabbit.
I am the
shoveled the snow
TaskRabbit
myself. My back is killing me, but we'll talk about it. Let's shine a light when we come back. Spread some love to somebody doing something positive. I love to see young people coming up with great ideas, so we'll shine a light on that when we come back. It's Way Up.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Angela, all right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Navy's here. Yep. You ready to shine a light? Hold on.
I'm ready to shine a light.
We're going to get it together, guys. All right. Today, we want to shine a light on a 16-year-old, Bolale Mfahale. She's from South Africa, and she actually came up with an invention. Now, this story is actually from 2020, but it's going viral again. So, at the height of South Africa's gender-based violence crisis, she created a device that she felt like could save lives. It's a wearable safety device called the alerting earpiece. It's a gadget that's worn like an ordinary earring, but if you find yourself in danger, you can press a hidden button that instantly sends an alert to preset contacts. It also snaps a photo of the perpetrator, pinpoints the victim's location, and shares it all in real time, all from an earring.
All from an earring?
Yes.
Oh,
so
wow.
She wanted something that was small and fast enough to help someone in crisis without them having to shout or run. And that is just an amazing, and imagine she was only in 11th grade. She was 16 years old when she came up with that. So we want to shine a light on her. After she graduated from high school, she's been making this a real product and she's been refining it, and she eventually launched the alerting earpiece. And so she is also still getting her degree in information technology as she's trying to continue to sharpen her skills. I love it.
Nice. Give her all the grants.
I hate the fact that she had to invent that, but you know, I love the fact that she's finding solutions. Now, Makai, who do you want to shine a light on?
I don't brag a lot, but this morning I want to shout myself out. I just self-published and released my book. It's called, I wrote this book to heal myself. If anybody is going through grief or loss, I lost my mom a couple years ago, so it's grief from a real perspective that can understand it.
Oh, wow. I wrote this book to heal myself. And talk to me about that process. How was that for you?
It was tough. Like, I literally, when I lost my mom, it was all of a sudden. I went through a lot of trauma with my family. And, you know, it took me 2 years before I started the grief process. So I really took it through each stage of everything I felt and wrote it out, all my thoughts, my feelings. You know, so it was definitely a nod to myself and my mom. I couldn't have did it without her and my awesome wife.
Okay, and how can people find this book? Is it available like on Amazon or? Yes,
it's available on Amazon. Again, it's called I Wrote This Book to Heal Myself by Makai Maxey.
All right, well, congratulations, and I'm glad that you've been healing.
Thank you so much, Angela. Y'all have a great day.
All right, you too. All right, well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. In case you couldn't get through, you could always leave a message and shine a light like that. And when we come back, we got your Yeetie. And Kanye West, a.k.a. Ye, has written an open letter. We'll tell you who he's apologizing to. It's Way Up.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
Talk to him. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Oh, look at Navy. You're behind the mic today, not behind the boards.
Feels good.
Let's get into this Yee tea. So, first of all, Ye has taken out a full-page apology in the Wall Street Journal. Mm-hmm. So this is like basically an ad in the Wall Street Journal. He wrote a letter to those I've hurt. 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage, the fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. So he goes on to talk about bipolar disorder, coming with his own defense system, denial. When you're manic, you don't think you're sick. You think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever. He talks about losing touch with reality. He said things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I love the most, I treated the worst. And he said he gravitated toward the most destructive symbol he could find, which was the swastika, and even sold t-shirts bearing it. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that led to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feels like an out-of-body experience. And then he also apologized to the Black community. He said, which held me down through all of the highs and lows and the darkest of times. The Black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I am so sorry to have let you down. I love us. So he goes on to explain his bipolar disorder, things that have happened to him, being in a notable state of constant mental illness. And he said he has found comfort in Reddit forums of all places.
Oh, wow.
So at the end of it, he says he's not asking for sympathy or a free pass. Though I aspire to earn your forgiveness, I write today simply to ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home.
I hope he gets the help that he needs. I have concerns.
What concerns?
Usually when he makes announcements, that means he's releasing something. Mm-hmm. And I just hope this is a sincere apology and that he just wants to get better.
I will say it's a real thing, though. He got in a car accident. Everybody's been talking about him being bipolar, not taking his medication.
Right.
And if you know anybody who's bipolar, you know, a lot of times when people are sick and then in the middle of having an episode, they don't know it,
right,
obviously, or else they, you know, wouldn't be sick. And so we shall see. I think it's up to him, but he has been through a lot. Then his mother dying. A lot of people said he was different after that happened. So I can't even imagine, but you know, time will tell. And like you said, he doesn't want forgiveness right away. That's something he'll have to earn.
Yeah, pray for you.
All right, now 50 Cent is producing a new DMX podcast that's going to explore DMX's rise, and he's doing it with Jadakiss. And Jadakiss is going to be hosting the series. It's going to dive into his journey before fame, talking about his raw talent, street experiences. Obviously, his voice was iconic. And the podcast is going to have first-hand accounts, archival material, and stories from those who knew DMX long before he became a global star. I'm in.
Yeah, 50 stay with a job. I love it.
DMX is fascinating, super talented, but, you know, much like a lot of people in this business, had his own battles that he had to go through. All right, so there's no release date yet, but we'll let you know when that's going to be. That is your Yee tea, and when we come back, we have About Last Night. I made it back to work. A lot of y'all were concerned up here that it wasn't going to happen, but I skipped out on everything that I planned to do over the weekend just to make it back to be here behind this mic today. It's Way Up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
Yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for About Last Night. Now, Navy, you're here, and Dan is in London somewhere.
Yeah. Shout to Dan, shout to Rita.
But anyway, let's talk about Derrick Rose. I was in Chicago over the weekend. Now, the first thing people said to me was, are you sure you're going to be able to make it back? Because there was a crazy, as we all know, snowstorm that hit like from the Midwest to the Northeast to down South. Everybody is going through it right now. And yes, Chicago was negative 11 degrees while I was there. I know. I ended up going to my first ever hockey game.
Okay.
Yes, it went into overtime, and then they lost, so that was interesting. I was hoping they were going to win while we were there. And then we just had like I had a chill. They were celebrating Derrick Rose, his jersey getting retired. So they had a reception They had us staying at the Nobu Hotel for him, for some of his former teammates, some current athletes. One of the people who sent in a video for him. And to be clear, I think this is only the 5th jersey that they've retired from that franchise, from Chicago, from the Bulls. And here is Michael Jordan. He's in the rafters. Here's what he had to say in a video post.
Derek, congratulations on your retirement of your jersey. Very happy for you. You had an unbelievable career. You really represented the city of Chicago, the Chicago Bulls, your family, and yourself very, very well. So I'm very proud of you and very happy for your special night. Looking forward to coming to United Center and seeing your jersey hanging up there with my jersey. Congratulations and enjoy your night.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, they had a beautiful ceremony after the game, and the Bulls did win, thank God. But here is some of what happened during that ceremony. Now, one of the people who spoke was his former coach, Thibodeau, and here's what Tibbs had to say to him. He tells a whole story about how Derrick Rose was such a leader for the team, and there was a time that the plane doesn't wait for anybody. And Joakim Noah was late getting to the private jet, and Derrick Rose was advocating for the plane to wait for him. He was talking about the traffic and how bad it was. So everybody went up to the front of the plane, Taj Gibson, all of the teammates, just trying to make sure that the coach was going to wait for Joakim to get there. And here is what ended up happening, according to Tibbs.
We waited, and the next night, Derrick put on one of the most dominant playoff performances I have ever seen. 44 points. 7 assists, game over early, home court reestablished. We win the series in 6 games, and we go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
What a great story to be able to tell.
Right.
Everybody always talks about how humble Derrick Rose is, and he's not one to get in front of that microphone and talk a whole lot. But after the game, he did show love to all of his former teammates, his former coach, to his wife, to his children. His kids were crying. It was super cute to see them being so emotional. Here is what Derrick Rose said to his wife.
When you meet somebody and you was destined from the beginning, we have so many things that's in common. But at the same time, I love the fact that you accept me for who I am. I'm not perfect. I don't try to be perfect. I love you with all my heart. I love the fact that you treat P as he's yours. You treat his mother with respect, and the relationship that y'all have with raising him.
All right, I love it. Well, that's about last night. When we come back, you know what time it is. Tell us a secret. Maybe you got snowed in with somebody that you didn't expect to. Maybe you had a crazy, wild weekend. We would love to hear about it. It's a no judgment zone. 800-292-5150. Call us up. You're anonymous. That's 800-292-5150. Call us up and tell us a secret.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and the phone number is 800-292-5150. You can call us up. If you can't get through, you can leave a message. You can also look at the iHeartRadio app, and you can click on the little microphone in the corner, and you can leave a message that way, and we'll get it also. But it's time for you to tell us a secret. That's right. You get to stay anonymous and tell us anything that you want to tell us with no judgment. 800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, what's your secret?
This dude had been hitting me up, basically trying to get with me for a few months. And I have been denying him. So I basically told him that if he paid me $700, I would do it. And he was like, all right, I'll get you the money, da-da-da. So I get to his house, we're about to do it, and he could not get it up. But what I did do is make sure I got my money first. And I literally stayed there for over an hour trying to work with him. He's like, move in this position, do this, do that, but nothing worked. But I got $700.
Now, why $700? What made you pick that number?
I tried to bargain with him. First I wanted $1,000, but he told me he didn't have it. That was kind of the most that I could get him to break his bank, and he literally went into his safe and gave me $600 in cash and then Zelled the rest. So it was kind of all I could get from him, basically.
Have you spoken to him since?
Yeah, he wants to do a second try, but I'm like, the price is going to go
refunds.
up.
You said no refunds, baby. It didn't work?
I'm like, great. So no, I don't think I will do it again, but I definitely feel like the money that I got in the situation, it was okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, you didn't have to do anything. Could have been way worse.
Yeah. I wish Nana was there so I could tell him.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure he's gonna see this, and I don't know if you wish he was here for that, because, you know.
Yeah, he can be a little judgy.
Well, thank you for sharing. That was the easiest $700 you ever made.
Yeah, thank you for not judging me.
Oh, no, that's the whole point of this. Is no judgment.
Right, exactly. So keep doing you, and I appreciate all that you do for women and all the positivity that you bring.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling.
Of course. Take care.
Hey, what's up, anonymous caller? How are you?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm good. You want to tell us a secret?
Yeah, I wear lifts in my shoes.
Oh, you wear a lift in your shoes. Okay. How tall are you?
I'm like 5'3".
Oh, okay. You're my height. Okay. And with the lift, how tall are you?
Like 5'6" or 5. I mean, not 5'5".
Do you normally date taller women?
Nah, I normally date smaller.
Okay. So why do you wear the lift? You just want to appear taller?
Yeah, it's like walking around without them, it feels like super weird.
All right. All
I'm
right.
just so used to doing it. Yeah.
It's like kind of like when we wear waist trainers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a padded bra for your feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yep, thank you.
That was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150. You can always leave a message and tell us your deepest, darkest secrets that way. We'll play it during Last Word. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. Karen Huger is going to be back for the season finale. And we have a preview of the sit down that she does with Andy Cohen. It's way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here today on a Monday. Hopefully everybody is safe out there. But, you know, we made it into work. Navy's here.
Yep.
You stayed at a hotel?
Yeah, last night.
Okay, just in case. That's nice.
It's all right.
Let's get into this Yeetie. So Deion Sanders and Karrueche, their show is back. We got time today. And during a recent episode, Deion Sanders has admitted to what we all knew, that he is in a relationship with Karrueche. And here's what he said.
My shot, I'm pretty darn good.
Y'all look very cute together. I'm super happy for you guys.
You know what?
It's really
good
great.
Good woman, good person, has added so much to my life and my days and my moments. And I'm smiling. It ain't even funny.
This shot is pure.
He did try to kind of question her about her relationship with Anthony Anderson, but she swiftly changed the topic. But, Anthony Anderson confirmed that already. So
love wins.
And they've been outside together holding hands. It's cute or whatever. All right. Now, Karen Huger, speaking of being outside, is out of jail. They showed the trailer for Real Housewives of Potomac. And she is going to be on next week's episode. Everybody's talking about her returning to the series. But she has a sit down with Andy, and he talks to her basically about what her time was like in jail and grills her. And here is that trailer.
Here we are. What was your cell like? There are viewers that think that you should not be brought back into this platform. Do you think you have an issue with alcohol? Do you consider yourself an alcoholic?
Dramatic.
All right. But, apparently she does have some issues. Karen's been up here before with her daughter. Everybody really likes the grand dame, but she's, you could have taken somebody's life. You got to be, whatever she's got to do to get back on the right track. And I know she's been through a lot, but you can't make those types of excuses. You've been given another chance.
Right.
All right. Kid Cudi has announced his Rebel Ragers tour, and he's going to have special guests MIA, Big Boy, A-Track, Dr. Genius. All of these people will be on tour with him. And that is kicking off April 28th in Phoenix, Arizona, and ending June 27th in Chula Vista, California. So you can go to kidcudi.com. This is going to be with Live Nations. Would you want to go to that?
Yeah. And also, he's had a little back and forth in the news recently.
Say,
oh, got you. Sorry.
Yeah, that kind of helps.
Yeah. I'll go.
It helps because the people have been talking about him so much with him and Jim Jones having this back and forth over the song Day and Night.
Right.
Jim Jones said he blew him up. Kid Cudi was like, the song was a hit already. You just got on it. And It probably, listen, Jim Jones getting on it brought it to another level, but people did know the song already.
That is fair. But I did love the Jim Jones remix.
Yeah.
I do love it.
That was good.
Yeah.
It was probably good for both of them.
It brought Kid Cudi to the, I want to say the streets more. Because that's when the blog era came. So he was on the internet. He was on Pigeons and Planes, Two Dope Boys. So he brought him to the streets.
So who do you agree with then? You think that Jim Jones did blow Kid Cudi up?
He brought him to another market.
Okay.
That's fair. And got him on radio.
Quicker.
Yes.
Than it would have happened on his own.
Yes.
All right, well, that is your Yee. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but you need to know about them. Man, listen, we'll tell you what happened at the Minnesota Timberwolves home game yesterday. Some fans were there using that as an opportunity to talk about everything that's going on in their city. It's way up.
News. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Navy.
Hey, feels good.
Usually behind the boards, now you're behind the mics, and let's go under the radar. So, there was a moment of silence for Alex Pretty at the Minnesota Timberwolves home game yesterday, and fans, after that moment of silence happened, used an opportunity to shout F Ice. And rightfully so, because everything that we're hearing about Alex Pretty, his parents also, his family gave a statement. They said, we're heartbroken, but also very angry. Alex was a kind-hearted soul who cared deeply for his family and friends, and also the American veterans who he cared for as an ICU nurse at the Minneapolis VA hospital. Alex wanted to make a difference in the world. Unfortunately, he will not be with us to see his impact. And when you see that video of ICE just murdering him as he's trying to protect somebody else, which a lot of people that talk about him and that knew him, there were people who were even his patients at the hospital that expressed how amazing and great that he was. That is him trying to help somebody and something happened to him. And they're saying he clearly was not holding a gun when attacked by Trump's murdering and cowardly ICE thugs. That's from the statement from his family. Here is that moment of silence at the Timberwolves game.
Target City, we are heartbroken by the tragic loss of Alex Pretty that occurred yesterday in Minneapolis. We extend our love, support, and heartfelt sympathies to Alex's family, friends, and our community during this difficult time. Please join us in honoring the life and memory of Alex Pretty with a moment of silence.
They also gave out Ice Out shirts at the game.
I mean, this is crazy to see everything that's been happening and how they're just murdering people with no repercussions. Even if you see things that have been happening, there was one woman who they fired on her with non-lethal weapons during a demonstration in tribute to Alex Pretty.
Right.
There's like no remorse for human beings. And it's just disgusting to have to watch things like this. So I just want to tell everybody that's watching the news, it's important that we know what's going on, but it's also just heartbreaking to see all of this and for people to feel helpless about what they can do. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. We do have the Way Up mix for you guys at the top of the hour. Plus, we got some more Yee tea for you. And we have Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. Any question you have, I got your back. I'm here to help you out. You can start calling us up, 800-292-5150.
Oh, she came with receipts. It's time to spill that Yee tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully everybody is safe and sound out there right now. We got Navy on the mic, not behind the boards. And let's get into this Yee tea. So Teyana Taylor has made her debut on Saturday Night Live as a host. And during her opening monologue, she talked about just how excited she was being nominated for one battle after another. She also had her daughters there, Rue Rose and Junie, as well. They were engrossed in their cell phones while she was doing her monologue. Listen to
phones.
I am your host, Teyana Taylor, and I'm so honored to be hosting Saturday Night Live. Yes. Now, I'm a Harlem girl, and I love New York. But it's freezing out here. That's why I had to get a spot in Miami, because the is cold, This week has been very insane. I was nominated for an Oscar for one battle after another.
All right. Also, in addition to that, she did a PBS News parody with Kenan Thompson, and is actually poking fun at how people are kind of not realizing that things like this happen all the time in the United States. As unfortunate as it is, a lot of things haven't changed. Listen to this.
Well, let's start in Minneapolis, where ICE continues to raid homes and businesses in what some people are calling an occupation. Christopher, your take on this?
I mean, you've got federal officers roaming the streets, just pulling people out of their cars based on how they look. I mean, this just doesn't happen in America.
Does feel like an occupation.
1,000% is people in mass. And it really bothers me when people are comparing this to other situations that they're trying to bring up Obama and ICE and immigration. This has never been done in the inhumane way that this has been happening. There are people who literally are seeking asylum, people who are going to their appointments and getting deported, people who aren't supposed to be getting deported, laws changing, people who had temporary protected status who no longer have it. It's all awful. And when ICE comes at you, even if you're here legally, I would think your first instinct is to get away from them because they're killing people.
Right.
All right. Now let's talk about Tyra Banks. There's an upcoming Netflix documentary series that revisits the legacy of America's Next Top Model. And you know she don't talk about this too much. There's been so much backlash for the standards of beauty that used to happen when America's Next Top Model was on. But it was such a popular show. Here is that trailer.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. I haven't really said much. But now it's time.
America's Next Top Model. We were showing the behind the scenes of what the fashion world was.
I wanted to fight against the fashion industry.
That was a moment where I realized, oh my God, I think we've built a monster.
We are actually going to switch your ethnicities.
Things get crazier and crazier. Going to get a medical procedure as part of a makeover.
Wow.
I forgot how crazy that show was.
I mean, that show was wild. So get ready for this February 16th reality check inside America's Next Top Model. And it's a 3-part series. So this should be interesting. I will say a lot of people have told me that they learned how to pose for pictures, how to do different things from watching that show. But some of the things that they had to do were so wild on that show. I can't even imagine.
Made me appreciate modeling a little more, actually, because of that show.
I also think it's the time period that it was in. Things were a lot more harsh on TV.
Oh, yeah.
In general, like, that wouldn't fly today. All right, Delroy Lindo. You know, everybody's talking about how he got his first Academy Award nomination playing Delta Slim in Sinners. And he was on the red carpet. This ended up going viral because one reporter, David Vision, he called himself a rookie, by the way, after this all happened. And he was apologetic. But here's what happened on the red carpet.
So you are one of our, I think, emerging artists in this recent age with Defy Bloods, Sinners. What would you say an Oscar nomination would mean to you this year?
Nothing. I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm also not an emerging artist. I've been around for a few years, so.
No, absolutely. Sorry about that.
Ouch.
Calling Delroy Lindo an emerging artist is crazy.
You know, the first movie I remember him from is Clockers back in the day. Do you remember that movie,
No.
Clockers? You know why I really know that movie? That movie came out in 1995. It was amazing. Shout out to my guy Hassan Johnson, because when Hassan Johnson played Weebay
Okay.
in The Wire, and everybody used to call him Clock from the movie Clockers because he was in it. But you never seen Clockers?
No.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Wait, you said 95?
Yes.
I'm born 94.
Okay, well, you still should watch Clockers. Oh my God.
I know him from Malcolm X.
Get Shorty. He was in that too.
This Christmas.
Crooklyn.
Yeah, Crooklyn. He's a dad in Crooklyn.
Okay, period. But anyway, yes. So shout out to Delroy Lindo, and much deserved Oscar nomination. Hopefully he wins. And the baby is denying that he's performing at a MAGA event. There was a flyer that was out there that showed that he would appear at a Valentine's Day celebration tied to MAGA, and he posted fake news. Don't take the bait. And you know, he said anything mentioning my name in politics right now is fake news. So he is not performing, and that flyer was taken down.
I'd hope not.
Yeah, it's confusing because, you know, we saw Ludacris in a similar situation. People were saying he was performing at a MAGA event. Then he said that wasn't true. It's not the hill you want to die
The
on.
baby's such a weird choice because he made that remix to Rockstar.
You know, I think sometimes people get booked for things and they're like, oh, Valentine, and you don't realize till the flyer comes out. Like, is it something? I don't know what happened, but he said it's not true. All right, when we come back, we got Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. You know I'm always here, always got your back, always want to help you out. So call me up and I'll give you some advice on whatever it is that you need. It could be professional, it could be romantic, it could be friendship-wise, it could be financial. I got you. All right, it's way up.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Ask Yee. And right now we have Justin on the line. Just to give you a little preview of what he's asking me, he's been with his woman and had 7 kids by 5 different women on her, but now he wants to marry her.
So I've been with my girlfriend. We've been living together for 16 years.
Ooh, that's your wife.
I have 7 kids by 5 different women.
Oh my gosh.
I got arrears in child support. I'm at about, because keep in mind, I got 5 different cases. I'm at about 90,000.
Oh wow.
I want to propose. Yep, I want to propose to her, but she's gonna be legally obligated to take care of to pay my arrears.
You had these kids while you were with her?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Miss G. I had all those kids while she was my girlfriend, but we was on different types of time, if that makes sense.
Wow, and she stayed with you through all of that.
And that's where she a blessing in disguise. Ain't God good?
All right, I want to say a few things here. So you owe money. You do owe it to the mothers of your children, though, to pay that child support to. Plus, I don't want you to have to go to jail.
Correct.
And so I do believe when you get married, if you are that in love with this woman who has stuck through you and stuck by your side, you owe it to her to clean your act up.
So should I tell her that I'm in arrears this month if I propose that she get married, that she's going to be...
I'm not saying it's time to get married yet. I honestly think that you need to take control of your situation as an individual. I think for you, if you love this woman and care about her, then you need to clean your stuff up first.
No, I totally agree. And I think that I'm on the right track because I am working 3 jobs. I'm paying $1,600 a month in child support now, which I've been paying that.
I want to say this too. You know, on Wealth Wednesday, we talk all the time about finances and getting it together. I do encourage that you call that you reach out to the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, the NFCC. It's the largest and longest serving nonprofit financial counseling organization. It sounds like you need to get it together. This is a free service. And then they can help get you on a payment plan to get your credit back together, to take care of the things that you owe. You know, this money is supposed to be for those children that you had. Those children didn't do anything wrong, and they need to be taken care of too, you know?
Yes, that's very well said, and I'll take your advice on that.
Then once you have a plan in place, and you can know when this will be paid off, and you need to be honest, by the way, with your woman and continue to be honest with her. She did stay with you, and she should know everything that's going on. Okay, so you need to let her know. You need to let her know that you're working towards a goal, towards a plan. And then I think if you want to propose and let her know once I get on, you know, once this is all paying off, then we can discuss like how we get it done. But I think first, just get on that plan, start paying that money down, know when you're going to be done, and then you can say, okay, I'm ready for this.
Okay, then. Well, I love y'all. I really appreciate that advice.
All right, take care. Good luck, and check back in with me. I want to see how it goes for you.
I sure will. Thank you so much.
All right, take care. That was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. You could always leave a message and ask a question that way, or you can chime in and answer this guy's question, too, for Ask Yee. Shout out to Justin. When we come back, since we're talking about accountability, let's talk about Kanye West. He took out an ad in the Wall Street Journal, and he is basically asking us to understand the things that he went through after his car accident and his bipolar disorder. But we want to ask you, do you believe Kanye West? All these conversations about mental health, mental wellness, 800-292-5150. I want to get your thoughts on Kanye West's open letter asking for forgiveness for his comments and actions.
is what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and we're talking about Kanye West and this Wall Street Journal ad that he took out. That's really a letter. He addressed it to those I've heard. He talked about his bipolar disorder. He talked about losing touch with reality. He said things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I love the most, I treated the worst. And he said he's not asking for sympathy or a free pass. He wants to earn your forgiveness. I do want to say he does have an album coming out, but I also want to say that he is bipolar and he has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. He did have a really horrific accident. So what I'm thinking is that change behavior will be the only thing, consistent change behavior that can let people see that he's on a path. And I'm wondering what he's doing to actually get better, or what can you do? But we want to see what you think. Do you forgive Kanye West, or could you see yourself forgiving him? 800-292-5150. Jessica, what do you think?
Hey, Angela.
So talk to me. What do you think about Kanye's letter in the Wall Street Journal for, he addressed it to those I've hurt?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. I did not even read the letter, but I will say because mental health hits home for me, I feel like we need to just start believing Black people with mental health issues, period. Especially Black men, because they definitely suffer in silence. My father committed suicide last year and he had mental health issues, and I just believe that we just have to start paying more attention to it and taking it seriously. I don't agree with everything Kanye says.
Oh, baby, my condolences. But he did say he was in a car accident, and that was 25 years ago, and that he does have bipolar disorder. And, you know, being manic and having a long 4-month manic episode. And he didn't even want to be here anymore. So I thank you for sharing that with us, though. I know that's not easy to even say.
No, it's not. But, you know, it needs to be said and awareness needs to come about it. So I just respect him for apologizing in the first place for it. So.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling and giving us that perspective.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. All right. So like I said, time will tell. But again, you can still call us up, 800-292-5150. Leave your comments and your thoughts about Kanye West and his open letter in the Wall Street Journal. And when we come back, you know this is your show. So you have the last word.